Hello and welcome to another issue of Paperdolls for my magic world of XEEN. I decided to do it right now because we just beat Clouds of XEEN. So this is the gear that we used to battle Lord XEEN. Alright, so as usual, starting from the first player character in our group, Kirk, the male human barbarian, level 29, with his highest stat at the moment being Might and 133 rated Monumental. And his regular AC is 83, raised up to 112 due to the bonuses that we get from Day of Protection. And in his equipment list, there have been a lot of changes. The only thing that actually didn't change is the fact that he has platinum boots. Everything else is new. So first he has Emerald Scale Armor, very good. Emerald is one of the rare materials, no actually it's one of the precious materials. And it gives plus 12 to AC, so not bad. Not as good as Obsidian, which gives plus 20, but still. Then he has Ruby Gauntlets. Ruby is the least rare of all the precious materials, it gives plus 10 to AC. Then he has a Steel Cloak. Of course, steel is a common metal, so it's just plus 4 to AC, but still good to have. Fortunately, cloaks are still the least developed part of our inventory because there's just no good way to get them. We get boots from the tower at the very beginning of the game, and then we got all kinds of armors from the crafting minigame thing. But other things are a lot more difficult to come by. Then he has the Thermal Shield. Thermal is plus 15 to energy resistance, which is pretty good. Energy resistance is of course the best because it's energy resistance, and energy is something that we will go against quite a bit in the future, so I'm probably going to try and outfit more people with energy resistance items. But yeah, I made the shield look like an actual thermal shield from some kind of an industrial complex or something. It's like, yay! I went to a factory, took a thermal shield, and now I'm using it as a thermal shield. Perfect idea. Alright, and lastly from the armor he has a platinum helmet. Just a straight upgrade from what he had before. Then the weapons. He has the Sapphire Longsword, which gives him plus 20 to damage and plus 8 to hit. Not bad. And then he also has the Obsidian Short Bow, which I showed as a composite bow there. Or compound, I should say, actually. Obsidian gives plus 10 to hit and plus 50 to damage, so that is incredibly good. Then, in his miscellaneous items, actually there is one more thing that he kept, and that is the Lucky Ring. Actually, Lucky gives plus 20 to luck, so that's not bad. It's a pretty sizable boost. Then he now has a True Belt, which gives plus 20 to accuracy, and a Precision Scarab, which gives plus 15 to accuracy. Then a Cold Cameo, which is resistance from cold at 20 points. And then he has a Speed Pendant, which is speed plus 12. And lastly, a Divine Ring, which is, for some reason, armor class plus 16 actually. Yeah, so not bad. And that's all for Kirk, so let's go to the next character. Chekov, the male dwarf knight, level 29, with his highest stat being also might at 101, rated astonishing. And he has 12 skills, interestingly enough. And in his items, there have been also a lot of changes, just not quite as many. As you can see, he is no longer all orange, but he is now a pretty good mixture of orange and green. So in his armor, the things that he retained from last time is the flaming cloak, the electric helmet, and the ebony gauntlets. Then the new things that he now has are emerald plate armor, emerald boots, and a platinum shield. Then, from the weapons, both of them are new. So first he has the diamond broadsword. Broadswords are in general the best from one-handed weapons, and the diamond is the penultimate precious material. It adds plus 30 to damage, plus 9 to hit. Pretty good. And he has an emerald longbow. Emerald, when applied to a weapon, gives plus 15 to damage and plus 7 to hit. Also not too bad. And then, in his miscellaneous items, he has a lucky belt and a winner's ring from last time. And the new things are a poisonous cameo, which gives plus 20 to poison resistance, and fast necklace, which gives, of course, speed, but only 5 speed, huh? Yeah, necklaces are actually another point where we really don't have enough of them, along with cloaks. Okay. Then next he has an accelerator ring, which is of course speed, at 23 bonus, very nice. And lastly he has a defender medal. Defender, just like divine, adds to armor class, but only 6. So, useful, but could be more useful. Alright, so that is all for Chekov. Let's go to the next character. Sarek, the male elf paladin, level 29, and his highest stat is personality at 123, rated astonishing. He has 10 skills, 54 wars, and with his equipment we have quite a lot of changes too, though very few changes in the miscellaneous items. So he still has his gold boots and ruby gauntlets. The new things are a cold helmet, a diamond plate mail. Mail, of course, means -2 to AC, and diamond means plus 16 to AC. So not bad, not bad. And then there's a platinum cape and a platinum shield. So pretty good. Then the weapons are also new. First he has an obsidian longsword. Once again, very good. Plus 10 to hit, plus 50 to damage. Then an emerald shortbow. Also similar to what the others have. And in the miscellaneous items, he still has his Archmage ring, the Chance belt, the Toxic medal, the Sonic brooch, and the Lucky ring. The one new thing that he got is the True amulet, which of course gives accuracy, as I mentioned already. So that is all for Sarek. Let's go to the next character. Montgomery Scott, the male human robber. Level 38, with his highest stat being speed at 103, rated astonishing. He has 12 skills, 48 awards, and In the equipment, he still has the gold boots and the ruby helmet from last time, but he no longer has a cloak, instead he has a power cape. That's why you can see the ruby helmet quite clearly now, and you can see how elaborate it looks. The power cape itself adds to energy resistance, 13 to be exact. Anything to energy resistance is useful, especially for a robber. Then he has electric gauntlets, of course, electricity resistance, plus... really? Huh, okay, plus 20. Alright, then he also has diamond chainmail, and in his weapons everything changes well. So he has an obsidian battle axe. Unfortunately it's a two-handed weapon, so we will probably have to replace it at some point in time, but not right now. And the emerald longbow golem smasher. It's a very unique weapon. The only time in the entire game where you can see two different things applied to one item. Because apparently bonuses against single enemy types does not count toward the limit of one per item. That's interesting how that goes, because obviously that means that they have a different code path for that, retained from Isles of Terra. They just disabled generating items with two or more things applied to them because it didn't make sense for them, I guess. Alright, anyway, in his miscellaneous items, he still has the toxic ring, the incandescent pendant, and the gambler's ring. And he now has three new things: a kinetic medal, which is the best from energy resistance, gives plus 25 points of resistance, a power medal, which is the same except 13 resistance, and finally a marksman belt, which is accuracy plus 10. Alright, so that is all for Scotty. Let's go to the next character. Leonard McCoy, the male human cleric. Level 29, and his highest stat is personality at 117, rated astonishing. He has 10 skills, 54 awards. In the equipment list, there have been quite few changes in his armor and weapons, and more changes in miscellaneous items. So he still has the platinum boots, the venomous gauntlets, the obsidian shield, obviously, and the radiating helmet from last time. The two new things that he now has are the quartz cape. Quartz is the best from the rare items, which means plus 5 to AC and a lot of cost. And lastly, he has the diamond splint mail. Not bad. Plus 16 to AC, yeah. Then, his weapons did not change at all, because he had a platinum maul and he still has the platinum maul. And of course, clerics cannot use ranged items, unfortunately. But in the miscellaneous item list we have a lot of changes, so he still has the charm necklace from last time, but now he also has a troll belt, which is a direct increase to hit points, plus 20 to be exact, a power ring, which is protection from energy, a blazing charm, which is protection from fire, a leprechaun's charm, which is a ultimate bonus to luck, plus 30, and finally a rapid ring, which is plus 8 to speed. So that's all for Bones. Let's go to the last character. Spock, the male elf sorcerer, level 29. with his highest stat, of course, being Intellect at 238, rated awe-inspiring. And he has 10 skills and 54 awards. In his equipment list, we have very few changes, actually. He still has the platinum boots, still has the steel gauntlets, still has the ruby helm, still has the kinetic cloak. The one new thing is emerald robes. Not bad. Also, I'm thinking that the kinetic cloak will probably not be replaced for a very long time, if ever. But it's a cloak, and it's kind of huge, and it makes it a bit difficult to see what the robes are all about. Basically, these robes, given that they are emerald, I made look like something fitting for a sorcerer, though the top of it is not visible, unfortunately. But oh well. So, in the weapons list, he now has an emerald club. Obviously, clubs are the worst weapon, but at least it's possible for sorcerers to equip it. And of course, emerald still adds all of those nice bonuses on top of it, even if it's such a bad item. And then in the miscellaneous items, he still has the troll ring, the vigor scarab, and the cold belt. But now, he also has Gambler's Necklace, which is plus 25 to luck, a Divine Scarab, and a Radiating Ring, which is plus 20 to energy resistance. Yeah, so that's all. He also in his backpack has the XEEN Slayer sword, which we still cannot discard, and we probably shouldn't discard either, because it will actually come in handy a bit later. Well, quite a bit later, I should say. So yes, this is the party that fought against Lord XEEN and achieved a victory. Except for Chekov, who had seen better days in that fight. But yes, so that's all. And I will see you all in the main series of Might and Magic World of XEEN once we go into things on the dark side. See y'all then, later.